guys, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, then welcome to my channel. My name's Presley. I make all sorts of style videos specifically revolving around thrifted and secondhand fashion. If that sounds good to you, I would love to have you stick around and subscribe. So today we're talking about some tips and habits that you can implement to boost your personal style and really hone in on your preferences when it comes to fashion. So let's just dive right in. So the first tip should come as no surprise, and that is to go thrifting instead of buying new. Obviously, my channel is very much focused on thrifted and secondhand fashion, as I said, but I want to talk about why this is so important when trying to hone in on your personal style. If you're walking through the mall, every store you go into is going to have a very similar version of the same trend over and over again, and it's so easy to get brainwashed into thinking you like something because you're seeing it so often, and it's very hard to find variety or unique details amongst these same trends that you're seeing repeat. And honestly, there's just not a lot to choose from. You can't really tell what you like because you just don't really have a lot of choices. So by going into the thrift store, you're seeing all these different items. There's only one of each thing. You're really gonna naturally gravitate towards what you actually like. You really have to hunt for the details that are inspiring to you, instead of just being fed what's trendy and what's popular. So if you're going through a personal style rut, I highly recommend taking a break from shopping at the mall, shopping online, and head to the thrift store and just try different things until it feels right for you. And that's another benefit of thrifting, is that the price tags are a lot lower, so it's more of a safe bet to try things if you're trying to find your personal style. The next tip that I want to talk to you guys about is to diversify who you are watching on social media. Diversify who you are following on Instagram, what you're looking at on Pinterest, and even who you're watching on YouTube. Kind of a similar idea to when you're shopping at the mall and seeing the same things over and over again. I think that can happen when we get addicted to one specific influencer. And I am all about finding inspiration from others and taking inspiration from other people's styles. But I find that if I'm binge watching somebody with a very specific personal style, let's say they have a very feminine, cottagecore feeling style, if that's all that I'm watching, then it's almost like I'm being brainwashed to think that that's my personal style. When you see somebody do a style really well, it can be very tempting to copy it exactly. So what I like to make sure that I do is that if I'm watching YouTube, I like to be subscribed to multiple different fashion and thrifting influencers with very different styles. I like to follow a mix of people that have very feminine style and very eclectic style, funky, I like to really mix it up so that way I'm seeing all the possibilities and I can really pick and choose what I like about each person's style. And when combining all those elements, it's what makes up my personal style. And that's all personal style is mixing all of the elements that you like about fashion and forming it into a thing that's completely yours and its own new thing. So definitely make sure that you follow a diverse group of people on social media. And I think that that is so helpful and way more inspiring than just getting caught up into one particular style. The next tip that I want to talk about is really one that you have to keep in mind to go hand in hand with the last tip I just talked about, I see nothing wrong with gathering inspiration from other people. Like I said, in the best case scenario, from a multitude of very different people. I think that's great. But I feel like we spend so much time looking at other people on social media that we forget to look at ourselves. And I don't want to say this in a narcissistic way, but I think it's really important to spend time observing yourself, observing your own assets, your own features, because when we're looking at social media and we see somebody doing something really well, it's working for them, we tend to get caught up and think like, oh, that piece of clothing makes them look so good and beautiful. If I buy that piece of clothing, then I'm going to look like that. And that's just not the case. I think it's very possible to appreciate somebody else's style, but have the understanding that it might not be for you for whatever reason. And I think we can waste money that way by buying things to try to look like somebody else. So my advice is to really hone in on the assets that you like about yourself and spend time searching for things that highlight those good qualities that you do appreciate about yourself that nobody else has. Work with what you have and enhance what you like. And I think that that's one really underrated thing about personal style and fashion, is that you can really use it as a tool to emphasize what you do like about yourself and what's unique to you. You know, you can't really control all the features that you were born with, but you can use fashion to highlight what you do enjoy about yourself and even play down things that you're insecure about. Example for me is wide leg jeans. I don't really follow anybody that wears that 70s style jeans that I love, but it's something that I tried out at a thrift store and I found that I really like the way that it looks on me in specific. I like that it highlights my waist and elongates my legs. And I also like that the wide leg kind of hides how skinny my legs are, something that I've been insecure about in the past. And the wide leg just makes me feel so confident. I feel like it balances out my figure in a nice way, and it just makes me feel really good. And I think that it's so important to experiment with different styles and see what you like on yourself, and try not to get caught up with looking like other people. And that takes time and practice and experimentation, like I said, trying different styles. And a great way to go about it, again, is at the thrift store, because things are inexpensive and you can try things out. Personal style is such a journey, and it's not going to happen overnight. It's a lot of trial and error, but these things you can just keep in mind and take with you along your personal style journey, and I really hope that they helped. So that is a wrap on today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. That helps me out immensely. I hope you guys are enjoying these more casual, chit-chatty videos. They've been really fun for me to film. I hope they're not too boring. I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!